is Carlie Hamilton, and I'm here to talk to you today about my new website Create Mess and what that is all about. So I'm not very articulate when speaking into the camera, so hopefully this will be somewhat coherent to you all. I really wanted to talk to you all about how Create Mess came about and also what the future I hope holds for me. So if I go back to the very beginning, I've been blogging since around 1999, and I pretty much haven't stopped since then. Near the end of 2013, I was going through a real rough patch personally, and so I did two things to cheer myself up. The first thing is I purchased the domain Carlie.me, and I really just wanted that to be a blog that was personal, that was just for me. No one really had to see it. I was just going to write down random thoughts because I find that writing really helps me. So that was the intention of Carlie.me. The second thing I did was I really started crafting and scrapbooking again. I hadn't done it in a while, and I found that by getting out my scissors and glue and paints and everything each evening, it really did make me feel better, and it was a real positive effect in my life. So much so that it started to take over a little bit, and that also my personal website Carlie.me, it started to reflect these things that were going on in my life. My phone. So yeah, Carlie.me started to really reflect that my current obsession was art journaling and scrapbooking. Now, as it got to the start of 2014, I was pretty much once again obsessed with all things crafty, and so I decided to start really writing about my art and my craft, and I also started to promote it on forums, and by promoting I just mean I started posting on forums and participating in the community. Then around, I think, the end of February and the start of March, I started creating process videos, and it really started to grow into something more. Really started planning things with which direction I really wanted this all to go. One thing that I really wanted to do was start teaching my own classes. I'm actually a qualified teacher in the offline world, and so teaching is one of my passions that I have, and I would love nothing more than to be creating my own classes and to be teaching them online. So one of the things I started planning in March was the Month of Me course, which you'll start to be seeing right now. And that wasn't really designed to be a class that people took. It was more of a class for me, if that makes sense. It was more of a let's sort of half plan a class and see where the difficulties are in doing a class online. So it's been a bit of a learning experience, and of course if people wanted to join in, then that would be awesome. In like next year in April, I'm planning on doing it all again and having it be a little bit more structured and a bit more organized so that more people will probably want to join in. So as you can see, this is where I'm sort of building up into something. Then April started, and well, this is a little bit hard to say on camera, even though it shouldn't be, but it is. But at the start of April, I was let go from my job, which is another story. Mixed emotions there, but suffice to say, I need a new job. I need some money. So one thing that happened from not having a job, well, my full-time job at the moment is looking for a new job, but one of the things, like one of the consequences of that is I have much more time to think about things. And so from having all this time to think, it's really led me to like evaluate my life and what I want to do with it. And so one of the things that really became super obvious to me is that eventually I want to work for myself. I want to be self-employed. I want to be my own business. And my own business has really been something that has been building up probably for years and years, but only really coming to fruition now. And even before all this happened, I had plans in the back of my mind of, you know, classes that I want to teach or that I could teach, and other ideas as well. It's just that the main thing is that now that I have a bit more time on my hands currently, I'm able to start putting these plans in action a little bit quicker. And one of the things that I really felt uncomfortable with was my domain name. I really love Carlie.me because obviously it's all about me, and you know, isn't that awesome? But it didn't really portray the kind of business that I wanted to have. It wasn't sitting right with me, and I guess there's no real reason why. It just didn't feel right. So I'd been brainstorming for a little while, and I eventually came up with createmess.com. So I decided to register that as my business name. There's a lot of reasons why I love this name. One of them is, you know, creativity, and also the mess bit I really like because I'm a messy person, trying not to be, but I am a pretty messy person. But I also think that a lot of people are a little bit afraid to get messy, and you know, even myself, there's a fear in getting messy somehow. And you know, life is messy. This month's an example of that. So I really wanted to sort of embrace the mess, learn to love the mess. And so I don't know, the name just sort of really meshed well with me. I just loved it. So at the moment I'm in the middle of transitioning everything from Carlie.me over to Create Mess. So yeah, go check it out, createmess.com. So I want to let you in on another secret. The first secret is that I am an unemployed bum. No, but the first secret is that I got let go from my job. The second secret is that it's my birthday on Thursday and I'm turning 29. And the real secret is that my biological clock is ticking over time, and I would love nothing more than to be starting a family right now. Unfortunately, it's not the right time financially for us. We've still got a little bit of debt that we need to, or that we want to get rid of before we start a family. So I really do need to get a job in the short term, but in the long term, I really want to have Create Mess turn into a really thriving business so that I can become a mum and stay home, be a stay-at-home mum basically, and be able to work on my business on the side through all that. That would be my dream at the moment. So that's what I'm working towards. Well, anyway, thank you so much for sitting through this video if you've sat through it all this way. I hope that you guys will support me in this, and by support I don't mean I'm begging you to send dollars my way or anything like that. I don't mean financial support. I mean, I want you guys to be there as a friend and just support me emotionally and everything through this, and I know you guys will, so thank you so much for your support. Check out createmess.com. It's a little bit of a mess at the moment, but I'm working through it. And I do plan on releasing classes and also having downloads and things like that. Do let me know if you've got any comments or questions or concerns. Feel free to write something down in the comments below. I can't wait to have a read through of all your comments, whether they're positive or negative. I don't mind, as long as they're constructive. So I hope I haven't made you feel a bit too uncomfortable with my honesty. I just wanted to really put it all out there, and I wanted to be honest and open with you guys about what's happening in my life and what sort of direction I want to take things. And also, I know that by actually saying this out loud, which I haven't actually really ever done like this before, I knew that by saying all this out loud that now you can hold it against me if I well, it doesn't matter if I succeed or if I fail, as long as I actually try. I think failure equals not trying. So now that I've said this, I have to do it, hopefully. So yeah, thanks again so much for watching, and I'll stop rambling for you guys now. So see you next time, everyone. Bye.